come true. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means to find your dreams. And
I've been waiting on this my whole life. These dreams be waking me up at night.
Track Starz.
You say I think I'm never wrong. You know what? Maybe you're right.
I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means.
You are now in the field with Track Starz.
And I wonder if you know.
This is that brand new music.
What it do? Surf gang on everything. Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf and they don't gang. Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf gang.
Searching, I found that we drowning if we ain't locked in on the savior. Jumped on the wave of living water, now I'm surfing on these haters. All man. Leading souls to his place. Say I can't stop and I won't stop, cause this drop through ain't got no brakes. Breaking statistics, he racing the limits. I race to the finish, we only beginning. This is surf gang. Ain't nothing changed. I ride smooth in my own lane. True ID, I found, man. Real enough to maintain. Weak enough to lean on the cane.
Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf
and they don't
gang. Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf gang. Ashes and dust to dust. Fifthly, wonderfully made it was us. I ain't counting on money, it's in God I trust. He said he was straight, but he folded on us. My feet planted firm, so I'm holding it up. Throw your V's up if you surfing with us, cause we swag when we surf, man. Swerve. Swag surfing with the best of us. We on the grind now, no letting up. They tossing up, so I'm a stoner. Got the plug, homie, he a donor. And these hollow tips filled with the Holy Ghost, so it's lum. Shots fired at the enemy, 100 of them, lum. Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf
and they don't
gang. Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf gang. Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf
and they don't
gang. Riding on my drop through with some skinny jeans and a tank top. Feeling the way that I can't explain. God got mercy, I can't complain. Say this surf gang, surf gang, surf gang, surf gang.
My name is Shanae, and I'm from Fairfield, Alabama, and I'm listening to the Field Track Starz.
I First, let me start by saying I ain't here to judge nobody. Some of y'all looking depressed, soaking in your problems, worried about tomorrow, and tomorrow isn't promised. My worship is for real, I'm just being honest. I choose to focus on the one who saved my soul. And when I think about his goodness, I lose control. And I turn up to another level. We gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. We gon' turn up to another level. We gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. Can't help myself, when I get to praising up in this place, I lose my breath. I can't help myself. When I get to praising up in this place, can't help myself. I can't help myself, yeah. When I get to praising up in this place, I lose my praise until I pass out and hit the floor. Get up, catch my breath, ready to worship some more. Please don't look at me funny, because I get excited when I jump around the room. Instead of judging, you should try it. We going like a shotgun, ready to blow. Spin around on the ground like a merry-go. Turn down, I can't. Worship goes hard in the pain. What we do is not a hobby, and I don't care about who's watching. It's my life and I'm gon' live it. It's my praise and I'm gon' give it. And I turn up to another level. We gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. We gon' turn up to another level. We gon' give him all the praise, cause it ain't nobody better. Can't help myself, no. When I get to praising up in this place, I lose my breath. I can't help myself. When I get to praising up in this place, can't help myself. When I get to praising up in this place, I can't help myself. I want you and no one else. I need you like a fish needs water. Like the flowers need rain. Oh, I need you. I'm completely yours. We have the light that can save the entire world. Hallelujah, Lord. We have the light that can save the world. We have the light, oh Lord, that can save the world. Hallelujah, Jesus. We have the light.
Yo, what's going on? I got my SPF on. You stand up. Now, I'm in the field with Track Starz right now. I had a blessed time. Hopefully, you guys are listening. If you're not, then you're losing. Holla at me. Out. This is Humble Tip.
Yeah, back in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's going on?
Yay.
That's what we...
Man, hey, I had some exciting news, man. This has been a good week for me. I had a new niece that was born this week.
Yay.
My daughter turned 14 months yesterday.
Yay.
And my daughter took her first steps today.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
man.
How you gonna be waiting to save stuff for the radio? Like, we've been with you all day.
I know.
You tell me to do that. You always say the juiciest stuff for the radio.
You talking about conversations, brother?
Well, her godmother wasn't in the room when we started talking about that, so I wanted to be respectful. You're welcome.
He cleaning it up.
No.
Clean it up, brother.
No, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, this has been a good week, man. It's been a good week.
Yeah. It has been.
It's a good week for Cleveland.
Wow, yes.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later in a couple ways because Track Stars are now in Cleveland on FM radio.
That's right.
So we just got syndicated there. We'll be there Fridays 2 to 4. 2 to 4. So if you're in Cleveland, hit us up, man. Go to trackstarsradio.com. On YouTube, of course, is the Field Track Stars, and you can see all the stuff you've been missing.
Follow us on Twitter at Track Stars. You can follow us individually at Ryan Righteous.
At I am Jeremiah.
You want me to do my?
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like a chain reaction.
Yeah, you can follow me too. But yeah.
Just follow me. At me.
Yeah.
Instagram too.
Yeah, we're on Twitter at Trackstar, so I'm on there most of the time.
Oh, okay.
I kind of went off this week. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't. I wish I had.
You sure did. You was just preaching from Twitter church. I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
What happened then?
I was watching the Breakfast Club interview with the Game. And it was an old one. He was talking about Jesus Piece.
Oh, okay.
And he was just basically like, yo, he was talking about his relationship with his I don't know what she is now, but he was basically like, she called him cheating or whatever, and he was like, yo, every man cheats. I don't care if you a nerd, you a jock, you a this, you a that, you a that. So I was just like, I need to clear up some stuff because I think people really believe that. Remember we were working at 107.9 and there was a guy I used to work for. And he used to tell me that every day. Like, it was me and Ryan sitting in the little room. He was like, yo, everybody cheats, man. Everybody. I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't say that. I'm telling you that we don't do that. Like, what are you saying? You can't tell me I do that. So, I just want to clear up some stuff, man.
Go ahead.
That's what's up.
I did already.
Oh, you did? All right. I thought you might want to clear it up right now.
Well, everybody does not cheat. That was the first one. And then I did some more.
Oh, okay. Man.
I just hate that, man. Like, and it's probably not his fault because everybody around him probably does that. Mm-hmm. So I just want to make sure women don't think that's true just because this dude is saying it. It's not true.
I didn't know you were going off on a rant this week. Maybe I caught you on a rant style session when you and I had our conversation.
When? Oh,
the other day.
People ain't Christians.
Yes, the topic that I think we definitely need to talk about.
Okay.
Because
you said what? What was the topic?
Sean is taking back salvation. snatching back your salvation. That's what he's doing.
That's not what I'm saying. We may explain that later.
Yeah, we have to.
I'll tell you real quick. I was listening to John Piper, and he was just going through, like, how do you know you're saved or not? So it was just in my mind. That's when he brought it up. That's what I was saying. Like, you can't just say you're a Christian. You gotta actually be following Jesus. You know. Yeah. So I just went in some of that. So we may talk about it.
Yeah, we need to. All right. Sound off. All right, sound off for today. Retailer J. Crew has found itself under fire. This for introducing a teensy tiny new size 000 or 000. But while critics charge it's a vanity sizing move that will only further encourage body shape and eating disorders, the retailer insists the goal is to keep up with the demand in Asia, where bodies tend to be smaller. The size, however, will be available for purchase online in the United States. Does that make any sense? Because, I mean, if you have like a teeny tiny size, can't you just say, okay, this is, what is it, the juniors department or something? And then you go down.
Women, though.
Right, that's the juniors department, right? So then you go down. That's not regular women? Okay, haven't been shopping in a while.
I mean, I think that's what people end up doing. Am I wrong? My wife is saying, if you're too small, don't you just go to the kids section? I can't hear you.
They can't hear it either.
Yeah. So she was saying if you go down to the junior section, you'll be wearing teenager clothes. So isn't this a good thing?
If you're teeny tiny, yeah.
If you're teeny tiny. So, I mean, the reason this is a problem is there's been a lot of energy around this whole anorexia issue. I don't know if you heard about the guy who used to do Man vs. Food.
Yeah.
He got in trouble for something he said online. There's this whole hashtag called Thinspiration. and he put that as one of it because he's been losing weight since the show, and he put that in there, and everybody started getting on him like, yo, you can't say that. That is that's what pro anorexia circles use to promote anorexia. You can't use that. Thinspiration.
Oh, thinspiration.
So you can't use that. And then he was like, "Yo, I don't care what y'all say. Kill yourself, whatever." And he was supposed to have a show, and they canceled it.
Oh no!
So anyway,
kill yourself.
One word.
So it's a lot of energy around it.
But it's the most funniest thing when people say it though. Like, go ahead, kill yourself.
That's not how you said it. Too.
I know.
It was a lot worse. Than
hilarious when people say that, right?
No, it's not. Are you joking?
No, I'm saying when
he's
saying when you hear it, you're like, it just catches me off guard.
Yeah, because it's just so random. It's just like you in an argument with somebody and they just say that to you. It's just random.
Wow.
It is very random. All right, Google has announced a change in policy on AdWords that has now gone into effect, banning promotion of sexually explicit content from its advertising network across the search engine and other sites. Google informed its advertising partners that any ads peddling adult entertainment will not appear on its advertising networks. No brainer. Shouldn't happen in the first place, right?
Wow. So are they saying that Google is saying they are not... I was trying to confuse by that because advertisement, every time I've used Google, it doesn't seem like advertisement of like that type of advertisement comes up.
That's good, brother, because that means you ain't searching for bad stuff.
No, what I'm saying is but I'm saying advertising, like, are they talking about when you search or when you talking about?
Yeah, because if you sign up for AdWords, depending on what somebody's searching, it'll show relevant ads on the side or right at the top.
I was confused when I read that. I read that on the website on ChristianPost.com, and they were talking about that.
I actually thought this was going somewhere completely different because earlier this week there was a Google executive that was killed, and he was killed by a high-priced call girl from Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
And the ironic part about it is that she saw him gasping for air, trying to hold it, grab his chest, and she took a sip of wine and just walked over him and left. And she's also linked to another
scandal type stuff.
That's what my mother said. I was just getting ready. That was the irony of it. I was just getting ready to bring it up and say that sounds like something that television has brought out of people, like a character.
Well, what does that got to do with this?
It's Google related.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does everybody know what AdWords is?
No.
Yeah.
You do? Well, AdWords is so a company that wants to advertise their website or whatever, they can purchase AdWords credits from Google. And what Google will do is there's parameters and all kinds of things you could set up to decide who should see your ad. And then based on searches, when you search in Google, like for recipes or whatever, if it's related to the keywords they choose, their ads will show up on the side or at the top.
Oh, wow.
So like, if you search on Google, the first couple of search results are ads. You notice that? That's AdWords. People are paying every time you click on that, and every time it shows, every 1,000 time it shows you, they have to pay for it. Wow. So that's what they're banning. They're banning the ability for porn sites to promote.
Oh, wow.
You can still find them on Google, but they just won't take their money. So a lot of people are saying that it sounds noble or whatever, but
you can still search.
No. But they're actually, I'm not talking about Christians, but people are saying that that's stupid for them to do because that's a ton of money. Yeah. They're gonna lose a lot of money. What do you think?
Nah, I mean you gotta play the morality card. Do what's right. You just gotta play the morality card. I mean, everything can't be about money. I was having this conversation with you the other day when I was asking you about.
Everything is about money.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like,
even in what we do, it is.
Speak for yourself. I was going to say something else.
No, but I'm saying, like, understand what I'm saying is like even in the Christian community, it's the same thing. It's like,
I'm trying to have a morally high moment right now, and you're killing that.
I'm trying to, so we can go to the next topic.
Anyway, we'll just go to the next topic.
Okay.
You killed my buzz. Jeez. All right, on to the next.
Brother Ryan wrong.
This was in the news this week. NBA superstar LeBron James has announced that he is leaving the Miami Heat to return to the Cleveland Cavaliers in his home state of Ohio, where he started his career. He states the following: I feel my calling here goes above basketball. I have a responsibility to lead in more ways than one, and I take that very seriously. I also got my 2 rings, so peace out. My presence can make a difference in Miami, but I think it can mean more where I'm from. So here's the situation that it sounds like to me. I'm not a basketball fan by any means, any stretch of the word imagination, but I know the popular people because I play in a fantasy league that I never win in, but I always get my players taken from me. So here's what I believe.
That's your fault.
Right. I'm a beast in football, though. Here's what I believe. Here's what I believe.
Number 5? That's what's up.
Here's what I believe. Y'all like really throwing me off right now.
You the one throwing random stuff in.
I was a beast in fantasy football. Y'all should look up my records.
You still heard by what Sincere said.
Check my record.
You still heard by that.
But fantasy gave me a higher rating than he did.
You need to forgive, man.
Fantasy gave me a higher rating. Yeah, Fantasy gave me a higher rating than he did. I'm offended.
Let me be honest with y'all.
There.
I don't read those because I would end up choking.
Right, so okay. Sincere. Hold on. Sincere artist on FMG. His also name is Ernest. He's a beast at fantasy. He's a beast.
He's really
like legit, he's a legit beast.
He's all right.
So he gets so into it that he'll give out report cards of everybody in our league, in our JDOT league.
Like if you don't ask for report cards, he
just does it. He just does it. And I think Ryan's still a little bitter by the report card grade he got last
Back to LeBron James. So here's the move, right? When his agent told him, you should probably leave Cleveland, the whole thing is, you should probably leave Cleveland, go get your rings and come back. That way you won't have to worry about working yourself off in this league. You never got your rings and you retire from basketball.
It wasn't like that, man. I think what happened
exactly what it was.
I think what happened was LeBron got tired of losing. He went. I think he went to Miami. Got what he needed to get. Realized I'm gonna be. He realized that Dwayne Wade legs are older. They're about to fall out under him. Chris Bosh can't play really good, and was like, I made a mistake. So I need to go.
Made a mistake?
I made a mistake. I mean, think about it. You look at the roster.
Made a mistake.
Think about this. Look at the roster. Look at the Spurs roster. You look at that and you like, oh, Miami got this.
No.
Uh-oh.
Stop.
No.
Stop.
I'm out of the conversation.
And you a Miami fan, brother. Stop.
I am a Miami fan. I'm telling you, Spurs roster was tough.
I'm talking about starting 5. Look at their starting 5.
But it ain't starting 5. You got to play like 12 deep. So
I know, but I'm saying like the starting 5. Like when you look at the starting 5, you look like, oh, this team could beat that team.
No. And I'm a fan, and I knew that. Like when the series started, I know my prediction was Miami, but when the series started, and I knew it was going to be San Antonio, Miami. I was nervous.
I actually picked San Antonio.
I was nervous. So here's what I think happened. Because I've been listening to all the dudes, Dan Le Batard, Stephen A. Smith, Chris Bouchard, all of them. They were all pretty much wrong for a lot of this. This is what I think really happened. LeBron probably told Pat Riley, if you can't get Carmelo down here, I'm out. And they tried. They tried to kick LeBron out the door so they would have enough room, and he wouldn't move. When they figured out that wasn't working, he was like, all right, I'm out. I think that they were really trying to pull off Carmelo to Miami. What? No. LeBron gave them an ultimatum. If you can't get Carmelo down here, I'm out. Yeah. No.
You just did say that.
Well, I didn't mean to. So what I'm saying is that we got tape. I'll go back and watch. What I'm saying is I think they were really trying to pull that off. And the fact that it didn't work.
So you're telling me they all opt out so they can get Carmelo there, and then they was going to say, Chris Bosh, you got to go.
I think they was trying to slowpoke Chris Bosh. He got a little deal in Houston. He didn't take it.
Make more money.
At the time. Because he's making more now.
LeBron going. So
exactly. But what I'm saying is they were trying to wait to see if he would take that deal. Because if he did, Melo was coming to Miami.
Oh, okay.
Because Chris Bosh wouldn't move, he was like, all right, I'm out.
Oh, wow. He was seriously blocking.
Chris Bosh blocked the whole situation. So that's why Melo didn't make no decision until today. Not today, but he decided recently that he's going back to the Knicks. So that's what I think happened. Because if Carmelo would have came down to Miami, everything would have been good. He would have probably gone to Cleveland in 2 years, in 2016.
So then he got a washed up LeBron James.
In 2 years?
I mean, is LeBron like... How old is LeBron? He's like 30?
29.
29?
I thought he was born in 1984.
No.
Okay,
unless he was born at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, but either way, he turned 30 later on.
And then he'll probably be retired about 36.
I mean, it would be 32 in 2016.
But what I'm saying is, the good thing about him going to Cleveland now is he's still in his prime. So him and Kyrie Irving could.
I think he's just sitting back waiting on retirement now because he just took a pay cut to go out there, didn't he? He didn't get max.
I don't want. We just got on Cleveland, but this is what I think. It's just not to hurt you because I'm a Miami dude. I think LeBron realized he was not going to ever catch Jordan. There's no way anybody was ever going to say this dude, LeBron, his run at championships was ever going to be better than Jordan's run at championships. So I think he's decided, you know what will be best for me is if I could bring a championship back to my hometown and we kill it there. That will, in his mind, equal the rest of the championships he never got. Because there's no way he lost too many finals appearances to ever be put on the same level as Jordan. So I think this is like it's almost like an easy
every
way
superstar
out.
In the NBA. Like I got to chase that Jordan.
No, it was only his chance and Kobe. They were the only ones that had a chance at that since they got in the league, and they both messed it up. So I think it's just the next best thing for him is to kill that whole perception and just win a championship.
You know that people are not going to listen to our show no more.
That's fine. I'm just keeping it real.
Hey, shout out to Cleveland for LeBron James and Johnny Manziel. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Yeah.
We still like the Indian
year for you all.
All right, man. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Too long, cause it don't matter whether I feel it or I don't, I'm strong, yeah, I know why I'm taking blows like it's all good, yeah, cause I'm still winning, I'm just a little misunderstood, ooh, yeah, even when I want to just keep on pushing it, determined to make a hit. I just keep on aiming to win, like a champion, 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 like a champion. If losing didn't hurt so bad, winning wouldn't feel so good. So I own all this pain and I consider it gain like it should. Cause I'm motivated by love, it's the only way that I can go higher. Until my good is better and my better is the best, yeah, I'm that girl. That's right. That's on fire. Just keep on pushing it, determined to make a hit. I just keep on aiming to win, like a champion, 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 like a champion.
time for the Entertainment Report with Jeremiah.
Yeah, man. We're back in this thing. Entertainment Report. All right. We got 3 things I want to holler at you guys about. All right, man. Jeremy Lin goes to L.A. We talking about basketball earlier. So Jeremy Lin is a Laker right now. Houston Rockets have traded guard Jeremy Lin and a future first-round pick to Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers were willing to make this deal because Lin is under contract for only one more season, therefore preserving the team's cap space next summer. According to the league's sources, ESPN reports that the Lakers also covered draft pick after trading away the first-round picks in 2015 and 2017 to Phoenix and Orlando as part of the Steve Nash and Dwight Howard trades. This is the interesting thing, I think, out of this whole thing. You know, LA at one time was going at Carmelo. They had something there where during his visit that the Rockets posted Houston had a large electronic image of him wearing number 7, which Jeremy Lin wearing. And then Lin posted a response on Twitter, quoting the Bible verse, Luke 6:29, if someone slaps you on one cheek, turn to them the other. Also, if someone takes your coat, do not withhold your shirt from them. So I was thinking
Should you do that silently, though?
Yeah, I know.
Should you announce that you do?
One thing I did think about it, is Jeremy Lin about to be the basketball Tim Tebow?
About to be?
What I mean, about to be, meaning what I'm saying is like, you know how Tim Tebow just kind of just faded out? You think he's about to just fade out too?
Already faded.
Yeah, like think about where he was in New York. He ain't been talked about all year last year.
Well, I mean, he didn't start last year, did he? For Houston?
He did.
He came over as a starter.
He was a point guard. I think he lost his job periodically throughout the season to Beverly.
Oh, okay.
But he was the point guard.
Wow.
They gave him like a huge deal.
Contract.
Huge deal. So, I think he's a cool dude, man. But he's comparatively to the sport, he's a little bit better all-around player than Tim Tebow is.
Oh, okay.
But so I don't think he's just gonna disappear. He's gonna be on somebody's roster for a couple of years. He just may not be popular.
Gotcha.
He'll be popular in our circle. It won't be Lin Sanity. I mean, nobody said that in almost a year. Seriously.
All right, man. We got 2 more joints for you. Lecrae's new album Anomaly is just around the corner. So he recently posted that he will be releasing his album September 9th, almost a week after the Grammy Award-winning album Gravity dropped 2 years ago.
Nice.
So look out for that album. Last story, man. Ja Rule talks God and Mace. All right, Ja Rule was getting interviewed recently, and he said he was at the Hillsong Church in New York because he was doing In Love with a Church Girl. Have y'all seen that yet? Anybody seen it?
Nope.
You look like I don't want to. Okay. All right, so he was talking about basically he went to different churches to do it and to talk about the movie and promoting it. And he went to New York City and he did the Hillsong Church. And he felt like it was a different kind of crowd. He was saying basically he got saved at the church because it gave him a good feeling about it. He also talked about him accepting Christ, but also that the pastor was told him to take baby steps and walking the path because he was thinking like, man, I do rap and what do I need to do? Because I mean, one thing I did see about the interview, because I saw the interview as well. Yeah. He was really sensitive to stuff like, you know, I want to take this I want to take it seriously, but I have a career in this music thing. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm ready to do quote unquote gospel music just yet. And then the pastor was like, take baby steps, you know, take your time doing this and kind of like what I was saying before when we talked about this. But then the host of the show was like, so what do you think about Mace? He's like, man, Mace is confusing me, man. Like, he was like, went in. Yeah. Like, Mace is confusing me. Like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know if that's cool or not. I wouldn't play with the Lord like that. He's like,
Ja Rule is like, I don't know about that, man.
He basically said, like, you can't do that. Like, you can't say one thing and then, you know what I mean? Like, so, and then they were just like going in. The host was going in on him, on Mace.
What's Mace doing right now?
He just dropped a single. talking about girls and
whose label is he on?
I think he's on. He may be still on Bad Boy. Somebody said he signed
I thought he was on G-Unit.
He signed a 7-album deal. Well, Puffy didn't let him go on G-Unit.
I saw him let him go. He let him go on the radio show.
He let him go on the radio show.
Let him go on paper.
On paper, like he still. The name of his album coming out was called Now We Even. So. So. Yeah, man. So that's kind of sad when you hear that from people like you're hearing people say that about.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still pastors though. Did he still pastors?
Yes.
I heard somebody say that they still go to his church.
Yeah, he still pastors.
Yeah.
He's still pastors.
Wow.
The name has changed, of course.
Because I know in the song he's talking about like getting with old girl and it's just.
In his case, old guy.
Oh.
See? Nobody went there. Nobody went there.
What you talking about?
Nobody went there. You went straight there.
I'm talking about Killer Cameron.
Yeah, right.
Give him an old guy, Killer Cameron. Wasn't that his last?
That was low. That was low.
Oh,
isn't that what I'm known for?
Crying, Ryan Righteous.
So then maybe we do need to talk about our topic, Sean.
That is crazy.
Because it kind of fits with what this young man is going through.
All right, man, before we get that far, copy section. Mr. Dale, Hope Deal 2, SSMG, Triangle Offense, JT, Moment of Silence, B. Cooper, While the City Sleeps. Last week I gave you all free downloads. This week you have to pay for the music. All right, that's the copy section this week. Why did you just do that?
It was funny.
That's funny. But yeah, man. Do y'all feel sorry for Mace?
I don't know.
I have to figure it out first.
Wow.
I have to figure it out. I have to think about.
Feel sorry for me.
No, man. I mean, because I remember him saying that he said that if he ever comes back, because I read his book, the Revelation book, and he was saying if he ever came back to music, y'all know I'm backslidden. That's what he said in his book.
I think that was dumb for him to say. Right. Why would you say that?
I mean, because at that time, remember, he was gung-ho. He was like, you can't do Christian hip-hop. You can't. He was gung-ho back in those days. Like, when he first got saved, he was gung-ho.
When he was young. When he was an artist, he came and attended classes on Clark's campus. And so my sister got to know him really well. So I'm going to ask her about his personality, because she implied that he was a really nice guy. She felt like he came off genuine. He wasn't really concerned about the artistry, when she was talking to him and, getting to know him. But other than that, I would feel that this is just the industry pulling you back in.
If he is bound to a contract and they're telling him you gotta make this much or you owe us whatever, what's he supposed to do?
I don't know, but let me ask you this. How competitive would he be in Christian hip-hop?
Well, you think would you consider
because his
album?
book says, in his interview, his book said that God told him he was going to be the greatest rapper of all time. So I'm wondering, is it a certain category he's supposed to be in? Is it a genre? Is it like pop rap? Or what is it?
I think he tried to come back like honorable enough, but it didn't do good with the Welcome Back album.
Yeah.
And then he was like, this ain't working. And then he called G-Unit and Puff was like, that is not happening. And then now he just doing his thing.
I mean, I thought Mace was good when I was younger. Not good, but like he was entertaining to me. So I don't know. I just don't think a lot of those people, their appeal wasn't that they were good at rapping. It was kind of, I don't know what his appeal was.
He was good for the time that he was out. Like when he first came out, like you gotta think about it. Like that, and then hip hop started going pop more. Yeah. So, and Puffy was leading the charge at that time. So, and he was his right man and right there. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going through like a midlife crisis with hip hop. Like he knows it's almost over for him. Like he's almost past the time where it would be acceptable for him to be rapping. So I think he feels like I just got to prove it to myself I could really still do this. I left the game. People talk about me. They make fun of me. Say I'm the preacher dude that went to Atlanta and ran away from hip hop. I feel like I could still do this, but I think he may get into trouble trying to prove that to himself. He's making mistakes. You know what I mean? So I would hope to. I wish I could talk to him and find out what's motivating him right now. Is he bound by a contract and he's kind of stuck? Is he dealing with internal things? Like, what's wrong? Like, why do you feel like you got to do this? Because he has, in his position, he has the power to really push positive stuff if he wanted to. Yeah. Everybody knows you're a preacher, so you ain't got to pretend. Yeah. So do it in a positive way. But I don't know. I don't know enough about what I haven't heard the songs or nothing, so I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
We got to play it up next. So. You got to feel the track stuff.
All right, man. Let's get back into it. Let's go.
This is a Track Starz
exclusive. Yeah. Look. Make sure they can hear me. Alright. See, I done came up, but I'm still on my grind, dog. More hungry than ever. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. For real. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. Got a little crack. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. But you know what? But I'm still on. Look, I don't know what I'm gonna rap about, dog, but I'm that dude they yap about, dog. Camouflage on like neck was out, dog. Cause the lights off, I'm blacking out, dog. Started my year off making moves. Last 8 years been paying dues. Lupe tour, I act a fool. Everybody in the crowd like that's that dude. Cause I put in work like 9 to 5. Red Air Max on, that's 9 to 5. Gas tank half full, who down the ride? Me and haters don't mix like brown and white. Ask me how I'm doing, I can't complain. If you hate your life, I ain't to blame. I don't answer my phone when the Saints is playing. Got so much soul, I got ankle pain. Turn nothing into something like David Blaine. Like Mr. Man, dog, I bring the pain. Pockets on smooth, one tubby, two tubby, feeling like Major Pain. Just a little small fry with extra cheese. Man, I serve these clowns like Mickey D's. You can have it your way like Burger King. I just bought hip hop and engagement ring. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. Yeah. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. Yeah. Look, but I'm still on my grind. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. What? That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. Yeah. But I'm still okay on my grind. Everybody on my DNTL. Do not trust list males and females, especially all these industry cats. Watching my moves, y'all scared I see that. I ain't gonna waste no bars on you though. Flow out of this world, Mars, Pluto, Mercury, Venus. What up, Serena? Andre Agassi, that was my ninja. Cowabunga like Ninja Turtles. Down south, dog, we get retarded. So when I say lean on me, what? Have my fans think I'm talking about sipping purple. Man, I got gold, man, I got friends. Some dead broke, some sitting on M. Sitting here wondering, would people feel me more if I broke down and bought me a Benz? My girl act right, I'ma buy her a Benz. Yep, she don't act right, she'll be past 10. Boy, I'm binocular focus, microscope focus, the bifocal trifocal lens. Man, I got goals, man, I got friends. Some dead broke, some sitting on M. Sitting here wondering, would people feel me more if I broke down and bought me a Benz? That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. Yeah, that's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. Yeah, look, but I'm still on my grind. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. What? That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, though. That's just how I feel. Yeah, but I'm still on my grind.
What's the deal? You're now rocking with the best. It's the Remnant. You are in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous and Shantana, and DJ Jeremiah. Holler. Booyah.
I love that. So what you gonna do on the fourth one? Go ahead, all the way. I'm thinking of like School of Roses, baby. Turns, but I must say it's spinning really fast when I look at her. I just found just a few years younger. Girl, I could be a born wonder. You could be my prima donna. What am I, my wife and my daughter? Got a ring
ring on my finger, but it feels so convenient to slipping off when I fold my hands. She's been looking at me all night long, and I know I can. I just wanna give you my number. It cold like snow in the summer. Man, yeah, she's a conundrum. Keep it undercover, but I shouldn't, but I wanna. 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 Throw a quarter in the sky before it falls to the ground. Gotta call heads and tails. Throw my nickels and my pennies and my dimes and the wisdom well. I just wanna be in triple digits. Be a millionaire for a minute. Make some lemonade with these lemons, but I can barely pay attention. I don't even know I'm signed to a record label with an artist and repertoire. Cause nobody in CHH is a superstar. Don't see the crack go crazy, but I don't wanna swim in the mainstream. Life gone, you better come save me. Could be a long way down, baby. Shouldn't, but I wanna. 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 Tell myself, please stay strong, but she stayed long, and the DJ's gone. She ain't going home, and I wanna say bye, wanna get away. Don't you think of me anymore? She can't go. Please stay close. You know how it goes, and I gotta say bye, gotta get away.
Man, why this always gotta happen to me? A song of a siren caught my iris. Slow wine from her island just crashed into the coastline, and Poseidon attacks the new me. You know she bad, Mike Jackson elite, and she just wanna thrill a man. Then a hand scribbling off of the wall started with dog. Really, she just wanna kill a man. Hope flows both go with Gilligan's on the wheel again, and he's fiddling with demonic riddles on that riddling, and the minnows in sin in the wind, like in the willows and spinning like ceiling fans. You just need a healer, man, absolutely. And she just wanna share my life. I stole that line from an absolute sleeve. Holy grace, I know the pain. Trying to be the holy homie protege, then I sank in the ocean and can't swim good. Frankly, this overdose of Novocaine hurts to feel. I'm a father, shouldn't, but I wanna. Got a wife and daughter, water all around me. Yeah, the thirst is real. I'm praying. My eyes closed, I'm swinging, aiming for the fence, but the game is dangerous, and the king stayed hanging. Save them, show them how nothing was the same then.
Shouldn't, but I wanna. 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 And I see them on DJ Young. See them on
That's a song.
Yo, what's good? It's your man Double. City Takers, Norfolk Music in the building. Right now, you in the field with the Track Stars, and we in the field getting our hands dirty. You dig?
Yeah, back in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Okay, so the title of this, why you laughing?
Because
you don't know what I'm gonna do.
I feel bad that you thought what you thought.
Yeah.
Okay. The title of this is going to be "You Are Not a Christian."
Okay.
Are we calling out names?
Going to go straight there.
Are we calling out names?
Yes, we are. We got a list of celebrities. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, then this is the reason. It sounds worse than this because I feel like anybody tuning in, and if you clicked on this video, the fact that you care, to me, is a good clue that if you care, if you're a Christian
so
or not.
we got to name names, man. We can't just say. We can't give descriptions and stuff, and then
was the mob families.
All right, so we may end up in names. All right, so I'll just set it up, and this is why we're talking about it. I was stupid.
You know what I just
Hold
got?
on, let me switch this.
I just got a vision of Maury Povich opening up a letter and saying, "You are not a Christian."
All right, so let me set up why I'm talking about this. All right, so I was listening to a podcast from John Piper. and he was talking about, I can't remember the name of it. It was some long name, and he was basically talking about how do you know if you're a Christian. So he's going through the Bible and where it describes, different things, right? He said the first thing that lets you know if you're a Christian or not is you have to be at war with your sin. You can't be comfortable with your sin.
Okay.
Because what God says is once you get the Holy Spirit, you have the power to overcome your sin.
Right.
So one good clue that you may not have the Holy Spirit and you're not a Christian is you don't have the power to overcome your sin.
Okay.
You always find yourself in the same sins and you end up not caring.
Okay.
So the warning is if you find out that you don't have the power to overcome a sin and you end up giving up on that sin, you may need to revisit salvation again and make sure you understood what was going on with that and go through that again.
Okay.
So because I believe there's a lot of people who call themselves Christians, but they're only doing half of it. So a lot of people, like you said, you told me, if you say this on the radio, people are going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it sounded like you were taking back their salvation and saying that they never had the call.
Okay. And you said people that say they're Christians will be mad at me.
Yeah. Because I think because we know there's a long list of people who have made themselves comfortable with sin. And they've made it to the point where they can tolerate it in their life because they'll look around and they'll say, well, society dictates that it's okay for me to do this. And if I look around, I'm the only one that's not doing this. And so I said a lot of people who consider themselves Christian would be mad to know that you can challenge their Christianity by one thing that they do.
All right, there's two components to being a Christian, right? Believing in God.
Yep.
Believing in Jesus. Like, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
The other half of it is following God. Right. So he's the Savior and he's the Lord. A lot of people don't like the Lord half of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it requires something of you. You have to do something different than you would want to do. And okay, let's do names. All right. So like I said, I've been and I love this show. I love this show. I think it's a great, like, as far as radio shows go, I've been listening to a few radio shows that I think are better than us. And I do that because I want to get better. Yeah. Right. So one of them is The Breakfast Club. I think they do a phenomenal interviews.
Okay.
And they had a few people on there, and I won't say who's who, but because they're very angry at certain points of their life. There was a T.I. interview, there's a Game interview, there's a Ja Rule interview, and a few others, right?
Yeah.
And what I started hearing in those interviews is, I'm a child of God, but if this happens, this is what's going to happen.
Okay.
So I follow God, but if this happens, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
If old girl come around, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like that. You see what I'm saying? It's like a dichotomy. Like they feel like it's okay to have two different personalities.
Right.
One that's a Christian and one that does whatever needs to be done to make sure everything is the way they want it to be.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I heard the Game say, and that's why I went on my little Twitter rant. I heard him say that everybody cheats. So I cheat. Right? Mm-hmm. But then he'll say, I'm a Christian. I feel like I love God, but I want to live my life the way I want to live it.
Right.
Right? And then a T.I. will say, I'm a Christian. I love God. But if somebody disrespect me, I'm going to take them out, or I'm going to handle them, or they're going to be sorry.
Yeah.
It's like two different people.
Yeah.
Because if you really follow God, you would probably want to respond, I'm going to do whatever God would want me to do in that situation, versus I'm going to do this regardless. You see what I'm saying? It's like they're setting up like a duality type personality.
Well, it reminds me of a situation you and I were in when we were out moving some furniture one day.
And you yelled at that man.
Oh man, I didn't get a chance to yell because you were in the car.
Yeah.
But you're right. I probably should have responded to the point where, vengeance is mine, says the Lord. That God fight my battles for me. But I was ready to dig in, and you saw how bad I wanted to dig in because I was trembling and shaking, and I was thinking, man, like I can't leave this parking lot and let him get away with what he just said to me. That's not going to happen. You know,
and I don't want this to be taken wrong. There are certain things in your life that God has not revealed to you yet. that are sins. You may feel like something's okay, that God will let you know later on in your life that that's not okay.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that just because you happen to be doing something wrong at the time, that was revealed to you. God may be working with you on something else.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it their fault or is it pastor's fault?
Why?
Because as a person in your flock, that you are like, if you talk to certain celebrities and they like, yeah, he know me personally, and you doing that, is it their fault for not knowing?
And that was part of the problem. So like Game was saying, he goes to his bishop, whatever, right? So it is possible that if you are a pastor and you have famous people in your church, it is a temptation to not really say anything controversial.
Just collect the money.
Because you don't want to lose not just the money, but the status of them being there. That's a temptation. I'm not saying everybody does that.
It is a temptation, but it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy.
So there is always a pressure. You don't want to offend people, especially people that you want to impress. And that's the danger.
Yeah, that's funny like that this is being talked about now. Like last night, I was with my bishop and other ministers from my church, and that was a conversation was about what they're talking about in the service was how churches conform to the culture. And the reason why so many things are being believed, as society deems as the duality, like you said, is because churches conform to who their members are versus just being a place of healing, a place of preaching that Jesus saves regardless.
Right.
They preach on, everybody just preach on prosperity and how to become a celebrity, how to make a lot of money, how to have a big house, how to have a nice car, but they're not preaching on Jesus saves regardless.
Yeah.
And so that's the topic that we're talking about, how a lot of churches, like you said, they have a celebrity and they thinking about the money, of course.
Yeah.
Just like, dang, it's a pastor. It's a guy on TV too. I think he's in New Orleans or something like that. But how now he has a major homosexual following, so now he doesn't even speak of homosexual in his church anymore. Like he doesn't deem it wrong, or because he don't want to offend them, because he has a major or an increase in his members that are homosexual. So instead of being a healing place and just preaching what is in the Bible, they're not saying what's in the Bible. They're just let me stay away from this because I don't want to offend them. But like they were saying last night was that church is not a place to be comfortable. You're not supposed to be comfortable with God. You're not supposed to be comfortable sitting in church. That's a place you go to repent for your sins, because Jesus already died for our sins.
Yeah.
So it's not a place to go have necessarily have a good time. It's a place for you to be changed. Every time you go to church, you should be changed. You should be challenging. It's a challenge versus it being a comfortability. And a lot of churches, and the issue in churches now is that they're conforming to who's in their audience versus preaching the true Bible.
Yeah.
It's like you can go to 5 different churches and hear 5 different things.
Yeah.
And so
from the same scripture.
You hear 5 different things when it should. If I go to your church, I should hear the same thing. If I go to your church, I should hear the same thing. If I go to my church, I should hear the same thing. If we're all coming from the same place, we're preaching this one word of God. And so Bishop Jackie McCullough, I mean, she challenged all the bishops in the house last night on just if I come to your church to Romans, because she spoke on Romans and how Paul the Apostle came and he it was one thing. It's like now we have a first century God and then we have a 21st century God.
Yeah,
and it's 2 totally different worlds.
It seems to me like pastors should be in the mindset of thinking, if nobody's in my congregation and I'm preaching to empty seats, what is God giving me as my message? Because that's how my church actually started. My pastor started preaching to empty seats, and people wanted to come see who this person was preaching empty seats, if he was even in his right mind. Correct. And so that's what, he was preaching the message. God told him, preach the message even if nobody shows up.
Exactly.
And that's the way it should be.
So here's the thing. Here's the problem I see. When somebody calls you out and says such and such may not be right? A lot of times what I see is the first reaction is, well, what you do? What you doing wrong? How you gonna tell me I'm doing something wrong when you doing this wrong, right? And that's a logical way to respond. But instead of both of y'all fixing what's wrong. It's since you got stuff wrong, I ain't gonna fix mine.
Yeah.
It's an attitude of I'm gonna do whatever I want to do because I'm assuming everybody else is doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Instead of worrying about what God feels about it.
Right.
So the reason I say make sure you're a Christian, because your attitude towards sin, your attitude towards God should not be that way. Your attitude should always be, I want to do whatever it takes to please God. I don't care what you do. I don't care what that guy over there does. I'm going to please God.
Right.
Even if everybody says they do this, even if everybody says whatever, they get drunk, they have sex before marriage, they do this, they do that. I know when I read this thing that I shouldn't be doing that. So I don't care if I'm the only one or not. And that's hard to do, but you can do it if you're a Christian, because he said he will give you the power to do it. So if you find yourself not caring, or you find yourself not being able to do it, just make sure you don't keep saying you're a Christian if you find yourself in complete conflict with what you're saying.
Let me ask you a question, because I think we have a lot of people listening to this show that need clarification on what we're talking about. I'm gonna give you a scenario, and you tell me what they should be feeling. You go to church every Sunday. You call yourself a Christian. You've answered the call to salvation, but you know next Sunday is old boy's bachelor party, and you plan on getting drunk. What is your response? Are you a Christian?
Are you a Christian? I don't know if you could break it down that simply, because, like you said, there's moments where people can be in a phase where something is kicking their butt. But the point is that if you are a Christian, something should be kicking your butt forever.
Right.
You shouldn't be allowed, like, okay, let's say this. There's times in my life where I knew I was doing something wrong. Still wanted to do it, but it bothered me.
Okay.
And there was a moment in time where it was like, this bothers me too much to keep doing this. So I had to stop. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, it's, if you don't feel that in your heart, like, this is bothering me. Like, I'm doing something that I know God doesn't want me to do.
Yeah.
This bothers me. You may ignore it for a long time, but it should bother you. And if it doesn't bother you, I would question if you're really a Christian.
So let me ask you this question. This is going to be real controversial. Real controversial. All right. So, Steve Harvey. A lot of times he'll say, God's not through with me yet.
Yeah.
I think about the Christian that says, man, I messed up again, or gives you a call and says, man, dog, I did it again. Or, that player in the church who was just like not ready to get himself right. He's still like, but old girl came in the skirt and I called her and it just had to go down. So what do you say? Because, those types are out there. They're listening right now. Yeah. What do you say to those type of Christians that are... they think they have time? They think that they're working on it when they're really not? What do you say to them?
Make sure you're a Christian. That's all I could say, because I don't want you to assume I'm a Christian, I'm good, I'm just doing this for right now. Make sure that you're a Christian.
So you're saying for them to do that, they have to do a self-check and an evaluation of their life.
You should be doing that every single day.
Right.
You should be doing that, all of us.
Yeah.
You should be doing that every single day, because there's a big confusion, and I know I bring it up every now and then. There's a big confusion of, can you lose your salvation?
Yeah.
Are you always saved? This and that. The point is, however you look at it, if you are a Christian, if you end up losing it, it doesn't matter, because if you lost it, depending on your worldview, you never had it, or you lost it. Either way, you're not good. If you remain to the end, which is what the Bible talks about, then that means you were a Christian.
Okay.
So you can't just say one day, which is my background, which is the temptation of, you're a Christian, you're saved, you're good. And then, okay, I'm good, so I'm going to go do whatever I want. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the reason is because if you really were a Christian, you wouldn't want to go do whatever you want.
That's true.
So make sure you were a Christian in the first place. So whether you think you could lose it or you feel like you never had it, if you are a Christian, you will remain. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So whether you feel like you have to remain on your own or you just remain because you're a Christian, Calvinist or Arminian, you should be remaining regardless how you look at it.
I've never been this transparent on the radio before, but I will be now. I deal with this every day, asking myself the question, am I really a Christian? Because I don't feel that if I were, in my opinion, I've always had this walk. I've always been with Christ. But in my opinion, I feel like I'm missing something because of the way I reacted when my father passed and the way I still react. Is there room enough for us to say, okay, so you have those Christians that have been on fire, and then they just fall lukewarm, and then they get back on fire sometime later on down the line?
But you just got to remember, like he was talking prosperity gospel. The real gospel says that you're going to suffer throughout your life. Mm-hmm. And that suffering that you went through was so that everybody listening to you on the radio that was listening to shows during that time can see that Ryan is still here. Right. Mm-hmm. He got through that moment, and you still deal with it.
Right. Yeah.
But Ryan is still, he's remaining. He's still walking out the call that God gave him. That's the testimony. God's not going to allow you to avoid hard situations when that can prove that he's real. Why would you still be here? You have every right in the world to be like, forget this. I don't want to do this no more. Like, he took my dad.
Yeah, and I guess that's what it is, because I keep having setbacks, and I keep having these moments where I go back into when my life was great, when everything was good, when I didn't have a care or a worry in the world, and then 4 months later my dad is dead, and I'm thinking my world is shook, and how do I get back to feeling that fire that I have for Christ when I'm still so much bothered by this situation and I haven't gotten past?
Because you are here for the other kid that lost his dad. You gotta prove to him that God is real, right? Because if he loses his dad and he saw that Ryan Righteous quit, then maybe God isn't real. You see what I'm saying? So it may not be for you anymore. It's for somebody else. So the reason he gives us the responsibility to do shows and walk around as Christians is he's going to allow you to suffer certain things so you can prove to the world that I'm suffering and I'm still with him. Mm. Because if somebody allows you to suffer, you have every right in the world to walk away. Right. But we don't. Because we love him and he's real. You know what I'm saying? So,
and he's never going. I mean, that's the same. He's never going to put you through anything you can't handle. I mean, it seems rough. It hurts. It makes you feel a lot of things. But it's done. It's already done. And it's a strengthening tool. And we get confused a lot of times, and because we want to fall to ourselves. But that's the time we should lean on God more, because it is rough. And sometimes we think the lesson's supposed to be for us, but it's supposed to be for the next man. And that's something that's what we're talking about. Like, where's the testimonies? It's not, you don't hear too many testimonies anymore. Mm-hmm. And that could be your testimony, is making it through such a rough thing. Life was great, life was perfect, and then this major thing was taken away from me. Yeah. And God is saying, I know in your heart I've blessed you enough for you to stand strong and teach somebody else how to make it through, and make it, even though it's hard for you, it may make life so much easier for somebody else, but that was your duty. That was your call. That was your assignment.
And I don't want to get anybody confused. This is not for you to start questioning your salvation. Right, I believe that you can be assured in your salvation. I'm a child of God. I'm adopted into his family. I'm a Christian. I know I'm going to heaven. But there's certain people, I believe, that feel like they don't know for sure, and they're walking this kind of haze of sometimes I follow, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't care, sometimes I do. If you in that in-between phase where you feel like you're falling to sin and you don't care and all this kind of stuff, make sure you're not lying by saying I'm a Christian, because a Christian isn't just somebody who believes in God. It's not somebody who believes that Jesus died and rose from the dead. And it's not even just somebody who follows. It's also somebody who's been given the strength to follow. Right. So if you're missing the strength part, find out if you're really a Christian. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Or just check it out.
What about, and this, I guess this will be the last thing, maybe pray to get the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
That could be another thing, because some people may just think they're saved, but they don't have the power of the Holy Spirit to overcome some stuff.
Oh, we got a whole nother situation to talk about, and this has to be another situation, because there's a controversy between our group and speaking in tongues.
Didn't we do that already?
I don't think we've done that.
Well, we'll do a speaking in tongues topic. All right? You're in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Ryan Righteous and Shantana.
Got 5 seconds to put your drink down and report to the dance floor.
Ryan Righteous and Shantana.
All the buses, we giving y'all 5 seconds to get close to an exit.
Track Stars, come out and pray.
5 seconds is up. Let's go. You have just been warned. This is the mission field with the Track Stars. Get into it.
You're locked into the mission field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous and Shantana.
I'm fresh up out that morning, I'm feeling nice. Yeah, just got my edges lined up for tonight. And I know you got things to worry about. Well, here's your chance to let it out. 4 empty seats in my car if you need a ride. And you know you need to cut loose on what is chaining you to all your problems. Let them go. Don't know what you worry for. The DJ's playing your song. Those won't stay up on their own. So get up off it. Tonight I wanna see you. Get those hands up. Let's go. If you're feeling good, let me know you dance. Yeah, I'm on that living that gets you right. New liquid courage, haters get no never mind. 'Cause I got better things to worry about. Get ahead of this drink I'm talking about. That potent elixir, sip, it'll save your life. Yeah, you know you need to cut loose on what is chaining you to all your problems. Let them go. Don't know what you worry for. The DJ's playing your song. Those won't stay up on their own. So get up off it. Tonight I wanna see you. Get those hands up. Let's go. If you're feeling good, let me know you dance. If they ask why you never low, tell them no time. 'Cause storm clouds turn into rainbows. Man, look at my smile. I never get nervous when I see him come. If I fly high enough, I can see the sun. So every day's a good day to get my hands up. So crank your speakers, shut it in the bar. Daddy, everybody, let's show the world we know how to party. No sipping liquor, no puffing Marley. He's our escape to get out about it. So everybody on the left, let's go. Everybody on the right, let's go. Everybody in the middle, let's go. Everybody in the back, let's go. Get those hands up. Let's go. If you're feeling good, let me know you Yo, what up, everybody? This is your boy Sean Simmons, aka Double S. Yo, listen, you in the field with my boys, the Track Stars. Yeah, out.
Wasteland, all alone with all my empty dreams. My heartbeat faded, shaking up, and I was crashing down. The sky falls, it's raining.
Swift, RCMG, Rhyme Council in the building. We got 'em in the field with the Track Stars. Get it, got it, good.
All right, back in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Wright to Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. It is noteworthy time. We love your letters, man. We really do. Whenever we get one, everybody gets excited. We talk about it for a little while and all that kind of stuff. So keep sending them in. We love to hear from you guys. All right, so this one is called "Is Church Necessary?" Dear Track Stars, first I would like to start off by saying your ministry has truly been a blessing to me. Since finding your show online, I have been hooked, listening to your podcast every chance I get. Being in a new city, y'all have become my new family as I sort things out in this new chapter. Y'all's discussions remind me of my circle of friends in my hometown, and just being a fly on the wall through your podcast has lessened the pain of being homesick. Thank you so much for what you do. You have made this new challenging chapter a lot easier for me to shoulder. Now on to my issue. I have a bit of a dilemma. Over the past year, my family and I have been in search of a church home in our new place of residence, Mobile, Alabama. I am a native of Los Angeles, California, and had no idea how hard it would be in the South to find a multicultural church that preaches the word with no filters. I have visited Southern Baptist churches that will shout you out of the building, which is not my or my family's taste. We have also been in churches that say everybody, including my family, who are all African American, is welcome, but don't show that same diversity in leadership or in the pulpit. We were optimistic in the beginning, but a year later, I'm losing hope. Second part to this story is that before I left California, I was a youth pastor at a megachurch for 5 years. Being there on fire for God, but being exposed to the good, the bad, and the ugly of ministry took its toll on me. I came out of the situation tried, hurt, and shell-shocked. Since then, I have healed from my wounds and learned what's important in ministry. My desire is to hook up with a Book of Acts type church that is more about people than what's in their purses and pockets. But none seem to be in existence in my area. My peers are quick to say I should start a church, but I know God has called me to youth outreach. I've recently established a 501c3 certified nonprofit for at-risk teens titled Generation Impact Alabama, fulfilling the reason God instructed me to move to my wife's hometown. My issue now is continuing to grow because I feel we should have a church home, but still don't. To make matters worse now, when I get into these churches, I immediately start finding fault and begin to pick apart the services and pastor's message. I try not to, but I always see the flaws, which makes it hard to focus on the big picture. I'm also now no longer drawn to the mega church atmosphere anymore due to my ministry past. Am I being too picky? Should I just find a place and join? I don't want to forsake the assembling of the brethren, but as each week passes by, I feel more comfortable not belonging anywhere. I pray, read the word, and surround myself with like-minded people, often friends long distance in Cali. I'm starting to wonder, is church really necessary? I don't desire to go to church just to fulfill a religious requirement, especially if we as a family are not receiving anything when we go. As a father, I feel responsible to my wife and kids to be in church, so I'm torn. Track Stars, what are your thoughts concerning my issue? Is church necessary?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Wow.
Church is necessary.
You know what I think it is? I think, definitely church is necessary. I think one of the issues that he's having is that compare and contrast. And I think I would have that same issue if I had to leave my church because, I've been there since I was 17 years old. And I always say there's no greater church than my church. I don't think that anybody would keep me engaged for 17 years if they weren't just super dynamic. And so I think one of the issues that he's having, especially being a youth pastor, is that he's probably put a lot of thought into things that the average person probably doesn't think about. And so I would think that it would be hard for him to find a church, but church is necessary. And the reason why is because I've had my spirits lifted just by looking around, and yes, I go to a mega church too, but seeing 4,400 people filling the seats that are all getting ready to go out and fight 7 days of whatever the enemy throws at them, and we all are gathered in assembly, and we are in one accord. We're ready, we're on fire, we're ready to go out there and battle and bring the world back in with us next week. Just go out, take the fire in our bellies and spew it out to the world and come back and get filled up next week. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, well, I'm going to be honest about this. This is exactly what I'm dealing with right now. My wife and I left our church about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And we haven't, has it been that long? I can't remember.
Been a year since I've been in church.
Yeah. But we haven't found we think we may have found one, but we haven't become a member anywhere else since then. And a lot of this is the problem. It's like, even though there were some issues at our last church, we loved it. Yeah. Like we kind of met there. Like, I mean, I did a lot. I was a leader in ministry. I was over destinations. I felt like that was my church. That was the first church I decided to go to myself. And it wasn't with my family. You know what I mean? So it was really hard for me to decide to leave that. And it's been a challenge because even though we had issues there, it still is better than what we're seeing everywhere we go. You see what I'm saying? And that is kind of weird because the church itself we loved. It was just leadership issues that we had trouble with. So now part of it is because we had some trust issues with leadership is how do we trust another leadership? We kind of side-eye pastors and stuff now. So part of that is getting over that hurt. You start noticing selfishness in the church a lot, like self-serving things that are unnecessary traditions. A lot of that you start being aware of when you're on a church search, an honest church search, and you're not looking just to join the hottest thing or go to the best place or whatever. You really want somewhere where you feel like you can contribute to and you feel like you can learn from and you can be in community with. Diverse is hard. It's hard to find a diverse church. Yeah, in the South, especially. Like it's usually one or the other. And there's some that try to be diverse, but they end up leaning heavily one way or the other. So that's really difficult. So I feel you, and we're still going through that journey. We feel like we may have hit on something really good, but it's tough.
I think another thing that he may be dealing with as well is that he doesn't feel connected in the church. I've been a youth ministry leader at my church probably almost 10 years now, and being at the church when it first started, you know, I think when I was with the church we might have had 5,000 members, so we were still considered a mega church, but now we're over 20,000. So I think that even though I go in every Sunday and I have to, you know, spend a long time fighting the parking lot, traffic, and, you know, I get there and they tell me daycare's full and I'm really, I had to sit in the overflow last week because my daughter won't sit through a service and we get kicked out. It's embarrassing. And so I feel like the one thing that's keeping me there is the fact that if I walk up to any of the pastors or any of the admin staff, they know me by name. Yeah. I know them. Yeah. So I don't consider myself to be a part of a 20,000 person congregation. I'm still in the inner circle. Yeah. So I think when you try to come in as an outsider, it makes it really difficult because you don't know who you need to know in order to join this ministry, and you don't know the background of this leader, and it makes it really hard.
And there's one big difference, and I learned this over the years, and it's not to be racial, but there's a big difference the way black churches operate and white churches operate, and I've been a member at both. The biggest difference I've noticed is that in a typical predominantly white church, positions are applied for. Like the youth pastor, you apply for that position. Yeah, you do. But in a lot of black churches that I've seen, you got to earn that position. We got to know who you are. We got to see you around here for years before we trust you with that. Yeah. So it's a different mentality. So being in the church I left was a predominantly black church. You feel like you are part, like you are the church almost. Like they trust you. You kind of feel like you know everybody. It's everything you've gotten was given to you. It wasn't just like somebody saw your church, applied to be the youth pastor, and then they became the youth pastor. It's a totally different mentality. There's good and bad in both, but because of that, like you start to feel like it's owed to you almost. And I think some of this I'm kind of hearing it in yours, but I know it's something I dealt with. It is that fact of I feel like I was in the inner circle. And when you walk around a church that you feel like you kind of own the church, like you run the church, you walk around and people know you. They say, hey, what's up? How you doing? Da-da-da. And then when you go into a new church, you are nobody. And you feel like a nobody. You feel like you haven't done nothing here. So there's a little social stuff going on here too. So I would just make sure that that's not a part of it. Seems like the biggest part of it to the noteworthy person is they're not seeing the heart that they want to see in the church.
Yeah,
is that true? Our church is dealing with that.
I guess I think the thing is, no church is perfect. Every church has its flaws. Every church has something going on that somebody may not like. I would say don't let that deter you from going to find a church, because everybody needs. I mean, I think a small group is cool, but it's like you kind of say, like coming together. It's like it's nothing like that. When a group of people come together to praise God, it's important. You know what I'm saying? And I think the burden of it, like honestly, like I think. And I read on Acts recently, talking about Acts, is that the problem that you don't see the Acts church is because, like, the unity factor is not there in the church right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were unified to a point where it was like, if you had a need, everybody gonna come together, help his need out. And the unity was, my stuff is your stuff. Now it's your stuff is your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no big difference. So I would say you need to find somewhere that fits you and your family. You know what I mean?
Real quick, with the Acts thing, though, I don't want to assume that it was all perfect back then and now it's bad now. No, because they had some issues back then.
Yeah, they did.
There was a time when Paul had to pretty much cuss out Peter in front of everybody. So, like, they had issues as well.
But when I'm saying the overall church of Acts, when you read it, like, they seem more friendlier, they seem more welcome.
They were well intentioned. It was the beginning, and so I just. You're right that not every church is perfect, so you have to kind of go in with, even if it's not perfect, does God want me here, and am I going to help make it better?
Yeah,
right.
You see what I'm saying?
I feel the same way about that in my church. Like I grew up in LA, was at the same church for a long time, and I moved an hour away and had to find another church, but a lot of things weren't perfect. I mean, even still today, I mean, not to put my church out there, but I mean, there's a lot of things that are still not quite right or perfect, but the vision of the leader of that particular house is what keeps me. Yeah. You know, the fact that the bishop is on point. So, I mean, I go to church, but I tend to, not worry about those things, because in life there's going to be those obstacles, there's going to be those things that you have to just get through. When you're on a job, you ain't going to always like your boss, so you ain't going to probably like your coworkers, but you're still there to do a job, you're still there to, so I look at it a little bit different, because in all the churches, I've been to probably 3 churches. I've been a part of 3 churches in my lifetime. And there was nothing wrong at all of them, to be honest. But as long as you're getting fed, so I think that to look for the refill, I made an analogy of, like, I'm like a car. I need to get gas. I need to be refilled for the week. And so that's what church, would do for me. And so for our noteworthy person, I mean, I love the fact that he is standing strong as a man for his wife and his kids, and he want a strong foundation for them to flourish and grow in Christ. But, maybe if he changed the perspective of what he's trying to look for, maybe, and find more of a connection with a pastor or a bishop or wherever he's going versus the people, because the people there are also coming to get fed. The people there are not trying to get, they're trying to get right, but they're not quite right. But, like, I don't know. I know that helped me out, because I had a rough time also trying to find a church home. And I felt the same way, like, I'm not used to this, or I felt like the newbie and didn't know nobody. But, I think the perspective could be altered just a little bit to almost help them out in the situation.
Oh, real talk, man. You may probably fighting that urge to start a church.
Yeah,
honestly, I just thought about that. I was like, if you know you're supposed to be pastoring people, you need to just stop fighting that and listen to the Lord.
And so let's make this practical. Real practical. If people are listening or watching it later on, and churches in Mobile, Alabama, comment. tweet us. Like, help him find a church.
Yeah,
if you know of one that is solid, they're about God stuff, let them know.
Yeah.
But just practically, the most important thing as a church is, what do they believe? What are they saying that they believe? Because if that doesn't line up with the Bible, that's not even worth dealing with. So that's important. What they state, like the actual theology of the church, that's what they're going to push to you every week.
Yeah.
I remember, never mind. So check their theology. That's number one. Yeah. Then a church's fruit. Like, are they friendly? Are they inclusive? Are they cliquish? Like, evaluate just the natural state of the church. If that passes and you just have like issues with little this and that, then maybe that's why you need to be there.
That's what
to fix it. Make it better. But and again, and I know the pastor's important, but I've seen too many times where I've seen probably maybe at least 6 pastors in my lifetime fall to sin, like where they had an affair with somebody in the front row. So you gotta watch your heart there, because even though that person is called to be the pastor, you cannot put your faith in that person. Because I've seen too many times where somebody big falls and then your faith falls. You gotta watch that. Like, it's not about that person, because that person could fail you. God is your pastor, your real pastor. So that person is just fulfilling a role, and if they fail at their role, they're replaceable. God's not replaceable. You know what I'm saying? So don't get too attached to nobody. Don't get attached to Shantana, Ryan Righteous, Lecrae, Jeremiah, Andy Mineo, TD Jakes. None of these people are infallible. None of them. So just watch your heart with that, and figure out where God wants you to serve, help. What talents do you have? What gifts do you have? What church needs your gifts that has the right attitude and serve? That's what it should be. I mean, that's what I feel. So, hopefully that helps, man. You in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
They don't like it when I clap my hands. They don't really like the way that I do my dance. They don't like it when I spread his word. They don't really like the way that I do my word. For him, for him, for him. They don't really like the way I praise his name. But I'ma lift my hands and praise him anyway. I'm swerving on these sinful. But if you're going hard for Christ, then you my kinfolk. Throw it up, watch blessings fall down. And he fills my cup, so I never run out. Lift him up, watch blessings fall down. And he fills my cup, so I never run out. I'm just who I be. I'm just doing me. I'm just living my life. Just living right. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me, and it's all for the King now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me, and it's all for the King now.
Everybody wanna talk to me. Look, everybody got opinions now they wanna offer me. And I ain't never arrogant, so I'm listening. Mouth closed, ears open, eyes froze. Heart broke if they don't understand that every word on the pad is a heart stroke. Still broke, action, money never been a motivator, go hard. Oh Lord, if we ever come up, then I promise y'all it'll be go God to the hearts of the street with the beast and the heat that I promise y'all ain't real, ain't ill, and we'll never reach y'all. And I say y'all, me, whole lot of things that I can't teach, can't be no hypocrite, whole lot of things that I can't preach. Pray for me in that quiet time so I won't burst when that new wine comes pouring in, pour again, cause everything that I had I dumped it into this.
I'm just who I be. I'm just doing me. I'm just living my life. Just living right. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me, and it's all for the King now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me, and it's all for the King now.
Hi, my name is, I'd rather make me nameless. I'd rather make you famous, cause this world is tainted, man. I took the call, you make me pause. Your love hit me I'm seeing stars. My writing's hungry. You gave me bars. I'm on my Timberland. I love the way you are. Your love's amazing. Gotta fight temptation. My flesh is at the lake. I'm playing Jason. The spirit gives me peace. I'm on vacation. Gave me eyes to see. Here's my revelation. Yeah, Jesus is the king. Kingdom business over everything.
I'm just who I be. I'm just doing me. I'm just living my life. Just living right. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me, and it's all for the King now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me now. I'm doing me, and it's all for the King now.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Premises, and you are in the field with the Track Stars. Get ready to go line for line. Team Nutso, we in here.
All right, man. It's line for line time. Woo! Jam the hype. Track Stars. This is our Super Bowl line for line.
Are you really doing that? Why didn't you wait till the Super Bowl?
Various artists Super Bowl. This is our top, the people that we've done in line for line time. All time. So, alright, we're about to get this thing popping. Alright, so like I said, various artists, and this the Super Bowl meaning like we have people that are our top people. Like, I'm gonna tell you the people that is on each side. We have, well, we'll see it, but these are our top people. These are like the top people that on our YouTube channels. When it comes to line for line, they got us the most views and stuff like that. So, with that said, here we go. We're gonna get this thing popping. All right. So, ooh, ladies first. All right. Nicki Minaj, Pills and Potion.
Yo, they could never make me hate you. Even though what you was doing wasn't tasteful. Even though you out here looking so ungrateful. I'ma keep it moving, be classy and graceful. I told them it's no friends in the game, you ain't learned that yet. All the bridges you came over, don't burn that yet. Cause they want respect, but they didn't earn that yet. Self-righteous and entitled, but they swearing on the Bible that they love you when really they know.
Alright, that was Pills and Potion. Nicki, this is Heesan Lee, which is, we're going to do that line for line once Nicki Minaj drop an album. Skin Deep, Heesan Lee.
This, and why would you sell your soul for a pot of gold when deep inside you're dying? The truth be told, all the pain you're holding can't be satisfied. No worth inside, living a life that's full of lies. Who could prove you're wrong? I promise it won't be long. A change is coming around by the end of the song.
Bottom of the ocean to the other side of Mercury. That's the thing.
Heesan Lee, Skin Deep. Nicki Minaj, Pills and Potion. We going with
Heesan Lee, man. It was a build-up song. Like, it was that tempo was getting faster and faster and faster. So when it finally blew, I was like, yeah.
Heesan Lee.
I don't know if that's what you were doing.
That's what I was doing.
It sounded like if it didn't drop, you would have been.
Oh, no. I was like, keep going. You're almost there. You're almost there. Bow! There you go.
Okay. All right.
People, we letting them vote in the booth?
Yeah.
The first, Nicki.
Yeah, I don't know. Both of those songs are alright. I did like the production, like the production of Nicki's song.
Uh-huh.
So just off the strength of that, not really like her lyrics were killing like that, but just production wise, I like that better. So I'm just going with Nicki.
Okay.
Yourself.
Everybody in there said Nicki?
I got Nicki.
Okay. So that's 2 Nickis. Shantana?
3 Nicki.
3 Nickis.
Yeah, I got Nicki on that.
Nicki.
I had to clip for clip. It's
clip. That's
took a while to get.
You know you have to vote all through this thing.
I am.
What'd you say?
Nicki.
Okay.
What is it?
Wait a minute. Castle vote?
You got it.
Yeah,
Heesan online.
Nicki.
Okay.
I'm gonna say toss up.
Toss up.
I was almost gonna do that.
All right, that's Nikki. 1-0.
Maya got it. Nikki. They both did.
All right, so the world has won. All right,
contributors.
What you say?
Nothing.
He's a contributor.
Shout out to Sam Blackwell voting online.
Man,
all right, Triple E, Life 101.
But know how long you own it. Gotta get a goal. You don't wanna say you blown it, don't it? Feel like you should get it if you want it. My other homie said life is a vapor. A breath spit, that wasted trying to chase paper. Can't to cash in your slakes in the grave. You done for. Can't nobody save you. Thank you. My homie said life's a game. You gotta play right. No script, write your own story like a playwright. It's no fate, right? You just gotta face life. Give and take. Never make the same mistake twice. I heard it say life's a gift.
All right, that was Triple E, Life 101. TIP, no mediocre.
Me, and if you ain't a dime, just forget that. Face flat out, the shit on hell. And one of these, well, I think I passed. I just handed her the key to a new dry jam. When she took it, I took it back. You should have asked for a being that mediocre. Yeah, cause I don't want no mediocre. Don't want no mediocre. I don't want no mediocre. No, bad mama cedars ain't no mediocre. Don't want no mediocre. I won't eat no mediocre. Yeah, bad shit, starting on a mediocre. On a mediocre, you stand on a mediocre. 7 women with me and none on mediocre.
All right, that was TIP. No mediocre versus Triple E, Life 101. That one is also a line for line that you can go right now and watch. T.I. versus Triple E. Who y'all got on this?
I get so nervous whenever I hear a T.I. in a line for line because I know I got to block out certain images in order to be able to vote fairly.
What?
You remember when he kicked me?
Oh my gosh!
So I gotta block that. I gotta block that image. So man,
let that go, man. That happened like almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was like almost 10 years ago. I'm gonna go T.I. on that, man.
Tim.
I'm gonna rock with Triple E on that one. The T.I. I'm a T.I. fan, but I
you want
like
the mediocre?
Yeah, the mediocre. I mean. You know, the chorus is kind of wild.
I like the ride.
Don't want a mediocre. Don't want a mediocre. Don't want a mediocre. All right, I hear you. I understand. But yes, I'm rocking with Triple E on that. I like the production and his verse is pretty sick from that clip. So yeah, I'm rocking with Trip.
What do they have in the room?
In the booth.
It was 3, man.
Toss up.
That's a toss up.
They both got toss.
Both toss ups. Okay. I think I got Triple E on that.
Lay Rock.
Triple E.
What Triple E. What does internet have?
Internet had
or Twitty.
Triple E. Easy.
Easy. Water.
All right, I'm going with Trip 2. So Trip
101.
101. Triple E got this. All right, man. This young man named Drizzy Drake. Trophies.
Hit records on my demo. Did y'all boys not get the memo? I do not stay at the Intercontinental. And anything I got is not a rental. I own them all. Figured out the shit is simple. My stock been going up like a crescendo. A bunch of handshakes from the fakes. But nigga, I do not wanna be friends though. I tell y'all more. Man, this is not a love song. This a fucking stripper.
All right, that was Trophies by Drizzy Drake Dollars. I'm joking, that's not his name. That was Drake Trophies. Andy.
Boulder like Kobe in Toronto, huh? Dropped the 81, yo, I dropped the 88. Ricky Bobby, shake and bake, sleeping on it, should've stayed awake, huh? Everybody make mistakes like VJs, trying to say my name is Minio. Say it with me, Minio. Okay, great, 2 forks high, great stakes, risk it all, I take the hate. This the winning team, get the Gatorade. My God, good, but he's not safe, no. They try to shut us down and it ain't gon' slide. Only thing I fear is God and he on my side. That's the confidence.
All right, that was Andy Minio. You Can't Stop Me versus Drake Trophies. Shout out to that because that was on the Soccer Players playlist. That song You Can't Stop Me for FIFA. They gave out songs to get the people, the soccer players amped, and that song was on there.
Oh, wow.
So, and he's coming up with a video soon for it. So, but who y'all going with?
Andy. The thing is that I didn't feel like the Drake was even a fair comparison because he was just so slow and simple. So, yeah, Andy.
I'm gonna rock with Andy Mineo on that one. That was easy like water. Water. Yeah, that Drake song. Blah. I don't know. Kind of over Drake.
I am too. I thought I was the only one.
You're not the only one. The room got.
He said you both love Drake. He said I didn't even know Drake.
I love the instrumental on the verses of Trophy.
Yeah,
that joint just goes so hard to me. But Andy's songs sound better.
Yep,
it just sound better.
Yeah,
because you're right. I mean, Drake's verses were simple.
Yeah,
and it was very simple. I just love that beat, man. Doggone. Anyway, so Andy Mineo. We got online Andy Manu. So I'm just Andy Manu. What Sam is going in.
They put it in quotations.
do you like real talk? Do you think he was talking about us? If you were to bet money, would you say it was about us, or he just hear it all the time wrong? And he was just saying.
I think
50-50. 50-50.
Because I mean, when we first did the first Andy versus Drake. That was a long time ago. Yeah, that was a while ago. But that one is like one of our biggest ones too. So that's why I said that. And then I think other people don't really know how to say Mineo. So
I can ask him next week.
Yeah,
he's going to be in Atlanta for the Word of Faith Ignite Youth.
We need to get an interview, man. Get that interview, son.
It's not my place to do, but yeah, we'll try that. We'll do that. We'll be like, hey,
say my name.
Yeah,
Mineo. What are you going with, Miss?
Andy.
Andy. I got Andy too.
By landslide, both got Andy.
So what's that? 2-1.
They got that.
2-1. Water. All right, man. Here go another one. That truth, Greg.
We got that from the Europeans. First of all, they don't want to really see the church involved. Cause we talking abstinence. Why they talking birth control? They make the rules as they go along. And they blur the lines and reverse the roles. We gotta bite the bullet like Leroy. That's why I'm crying out, have mercy, Lord. I feel black and white in this gray world. I feel black and white in this gray world. I feel black and white in this.
All right, that was That Truth with Gray, and this is Jay-Z with Holy Grail.
In my lobby, got haters in the paper photo shoots with paparazzi. Can't even take my daughter for a walk. See him by the corner store. I feel like I'm calling it off. Enough is enough, I'm calling it off. Who the fuck I'm kidding though? I'm getting high, sitting low, slide by in that big body. Curtains all to my window. This fame hurts, this chain works. I think back, you act the same person. If this is all you have to deal with, this. This ain't work, this light work. Camera snapping, my eyes hurt. Dying back where I was birthed. Okay.
Alright, that was Holy Grail, Jay-Z versus Gray, The Truth. Who y'all going with?
What was that? Was that the real master? Was that the real mix of that song?
No, that was the edited version.
No, I'm just saying, where'd you get it from? Like, was that the real version of Holy Grail?
Yeah.
It don't sound that good.
Really? Maybe because I got it
you bootlegged
online, the bootleg version.
Gotcha.
But you heard it before. Who y'all going with? Oh, sidebar. This is another one. This was our first line for line that we did with Canton and R. Kelly. We did The Truth and Jay-Z second. So all these have kind of histories to them.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to go toss up.
Okay.
Well, I hate to toss up on the same round, but I felt the same. Like I like both songs. Like I know the Jay-Z song more, but I do like the song "Gray" by The Truth. But it was, it was kind of even to me. Like it wasn't one that was quite better than the other.
Yeah.
All the way around. So I'm gonna toss that up too.
I think I feel that too. I feel a toss up. I mean, there was parts that I liked more, and the mix was really throwing me off.
Okay.
It really was, because I'm like, yo, is his mix better too? But I don't think I could really do that. Yeah, toss up.
What did the room have?
They both got one.
Truth. What's
toss up?
I think she's following you.
She never follows me. Online it said Sam said the truth. Jay trying to give us that Indiana Jones false grail. Wow, Sam be going in. Man.
Boop boop boop. I would say truth.
So the truth won that.
Yeah, truth won that. All right. This is another. This is a Super Bowl line for line, like I said. This one is one of our highest line for lines that we've ever done. Eminem, the monster.
I wanted the fame, but not the cover of Newsweek. Oh well, guess beggars can't be choosy. Wanted to receive attention from my music. Wanted to be left alone in public, excuse me. But wanting my cake and eat it too. And wanting it both ways. Fame made me a balloon. Cause my ego inflated when I flew see. But it was confusing. Cause all I wanted to do was be the Bruce Lee of loosely abused ink. Use it as a tool when I blew steam. Woo! Hit the lottery, ooh wee. But with what I gave up to get, it was bittersweet. It was like winning a used me. Ironic, cause I think I'm getting so huge I need a shrink. I'm beginning to lose sleep. One sheep, two sheep.
Alright, that was the monster, Eminem. KJ, they like me.
Blue eyes, light skin, and some black curls. Grew up the white kid in a black world. When you live, you're different when the facts hurt. Moved to the burbs and I don't fit in. Afterwards, I was just a nerd getting chased home on my bike. After school fight, lay in my bed, cry at night. Hate the fact that my status red, born white, and all the rappers are idolized. Tell me that I'm never right. Now my skin is light, and I ain't fit in. I'm on the outside of hip hop screaming let me in.
Alright, that was KJ. They like me. Monster, Eminem. Who y'all going with?
I gotta say this is kind of difficult. This is a difficult line for line.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just felt like that KJ had so much going on in that beat. I really couldn't get into the song, but maybe that's just me. I definitely liked it better than Eminem because Eminem was giving me a headache. It's kind of like he was starting and stop, starting and stop, starting and stop. It's like just go all the way through. Yeah, just go all the way through.
But that's what you like. You just like twister type dudes.
I do. Give me what I like.
But there's no flow pattern in that.
It doesn't need to be. As long as it's fast.
As long as it's fast.
As long as it's fast, and I got to look up the words online to see what you actually said. Yeah.
So what are you going for, man?
Yeah, pretty much.
Who is it again?
KJ.
Oh, KJ, yeah.
I know you didn't know.
I don't know. Like I felt the same about the KJ song. There was a lot going on. I was trying to get to the lyrics of it, but couldn't quite get to it. But I could get to the lyrics of Eminem. And I do like Eminem's flow, like his style, like how he is. So I'm gonna rock with M on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go M. It was a cleaner mix. M's lyrics are still. I still like old M way better than new M.
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't know. Like he still has the tricks, like the flow pattern. I don't know. I just felt like he was a little wittier before, but that's just my personal.
Yeah.
But you never liked him.
I like radio Eminem.
No, I don't. I thought album Eminem was the best lyricist I've ever heard.
I'm sorry. You said who?
Radio edited version. Eminem. I don't listen to the albums of any artist.
Okay, all right.
Any secular artist, should I say?
Not anymore.
The last one I had was Blueprint 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would give it to M. It's still, to me, it's something missing. I'm gonna still say that.
Yeah.
I think that's true. And I heard on some songs recently that he did. It's still there, but I don't know. It goes in and out now. But I just think it was a cleaner mix and everything about it was cleaner.
See, my thing is, I'm sorry, I know I already talked, but I'm just not impressed with artists where I felt like if you slow down the beat, I could have come up with what you said.
You think you could come up with what Eminem said?
Sometimes. 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep. Yeah, I think I could.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's like, even when we were playing back the Drake stuff, like, I probably could have came up with Intercontinental and said that I own and it's not a rental. I could have come up with that as, my spoof artist, but
maybe, but you couldn't have done what Eminem did on this song.
No, probably not. But if you... Cut me off. I'm making a point.
You're not making a point.
Yes, music needs to step its game up.
Yeah, okay.
They need to be more like the South.
What was on
3 and then toss up.
What was online?
Toss up.
Toss up? Oh, okay.
Eminem got it.
I'll go with M. I like They Like Me, but I'll go with M.
Sean?
All right, this is the last one, man.
It's 2-2.
Who y'all want to go first? Good or bad?
Good or bad? That's what we said.
It better be good.
Mainstream or
tiebreaker?
Is it tiebreaker for real? Is it tied up 3-3?
How?
3-2.
3-2.
Who has 3?
The Kingdom, I thought, had 3.
Okay.
Because Trip beat T.I.
Yeah.
Nicki beat Eastside Lee. Andy beat Drake. The Truth beat Jay-Z. And then Eminem just took that.
So it's 3-2. So this could tie it up.
All right, y'all ready? So who y'all want to go first? Mainstream?
Yeah.
Mainstream first?
Mainstream first.
All right, here we go.
So stay on the
Wheezy.
5 bricks with 4 chicks riding with these guns. That's carpooling. Bought extra clips when I dove in. Miss Snow White, we snowed in. Miss me with that. Kill all rats, I toasted that. And watch everybody I toast with. Kill everybody you close with. Just don't stick your nose in my bush. Cause I close it like a clothespin. The people that I rose with will leave holes in what you drove in. If anyone in that car live, you tell her that I owe him. Yeah, I got my mind right, my money right, my head on.
What?
Lil Wayne. Crazy for that. Here's Crazy. Nothing.
What you talking about? They be talking about the same old thing. I'ma have to call a foul in the game. What you talking about? A little money, now you all OG. Talking about it's all eyes on me. They ain't talking about nothing. Let me guess you count money to the ceiling. Difference between us like at least a couple million. It's foreign cars, pretty girls everywhere you go. Yeah, I heard it 30 times on the radio. Louboutin ain't gon' pay you for that bragging. And Donatella probably never heard your album. Yeah, they probably about to label me a hater, but I know these people greater than the songs they created. It's little homies in a hood regurgitate.
All right, that was Lecrae Nothing versus Crazy Lil Wayne. That's actually the name of the song. Who won that? That's it.
Man, I'm giving that to Cray.
Crazy.
Water. Nah, I mean, minus the fact that I'm over Lil Wayne.
I think after 3 albums, they run out of stuff to say. And they just.
Way more than 3 albums.
I know, but I'm saying, I think 3 is the limit where you just start regurgitating what you say.
Craig got more than 3 albums.
He's talking about
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne.
Just him.
Honestly,
Wayne,
real talk.
Drake.
That's kind of something for us too. It's like, what else you gonna talk about? Like
people may say that after 1 album. No, seriously. I mean, because it depends on how closely you stick to gospel on every song. Like if that's all you're talking about, people may get tired of it. But I think Lecrae is straight from that a little bit. Like not straight, but very a little bit.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, so I'm rocking with Lecrae easy on that one. That wasn't even. You could have played anybody against that Lil Wayne song.
That's actually his new single.
Oh yeah, tell him throw it in trash.
I was surprised you didn't pick the other one. Memories or whatever it's called.
Problems?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Because I've never heard that song, and that it didn't sound like a good section of that song.
I'm telling you, that was Apple iTunes.
No, I feel you. It just felt like the beat had to change at some point. Like that was. It was a boring beat. He's not known for boring beats like that, so I'm assuming it changed.
No, he's not known for that being a single.
Yeah, okay.
Is that the problem?
Yeah, because that's a single.
Oh yeah, they should did that.
Yeah, I mean, I still hear the lyrical ability from Wayne, but that's not a good clip. It can't win. It can't win. So I got Lecrae.
Crazy. What did they have in there?
The booth. Lecrae, both of them. Sam got Cray.
Wow, okay, so Kingdom won 4-2.
I have a question. I want you guys to prove me wrong. Name 3 artists. No, name 5. Make it our article. Name 5 artists where their last 3, the second half albums that they've done were better than their first half albums. Because I don't see that as a pattern. I see that the earlier stuff is the best to me.
Lecrae.
I'm not talking about. I said secular.
I think I'm gonna say Wayne.
Do you think his last 3 albums were better than his first?
Absolutely.
His previous.
Are we talking about Hot Boys, Lil Wayne, or are we talking about Carter Wayne?
All Wayne.
Yes.
Yeah.
His last 3 albums were way better than his first 3.
Okay.
Cause you think
unless you counting like the little rock and roll ones too.
Oh, that's what you mean. No.
Yeah, that's not. I don't know.
If you're just talking about the Carters versus the Hot Boy stuff,
no. I'm talking about everything.
Everything he put out. Period.
Everything.
His last 1 or 2 is when he started falling off.
Yeah.
Okay. If you count all the like the EPs and stuff.
I think all the I'm Not a Human Being was kind of weird.
Dang. Just like that.
Yeah, pretty
Sincere.
The Carters are beasts.
So same with Jay-Z, you would say that his last half of his album was better
it's
than his
reverse.
first album?
It's reverse with Jay-Z.
What about Kanye?
I would say Jay-Z's middle three were the best.
Okay, so what about
I like
Kanye?
Kanye's like first three.
What? You disagree?
Reasonable Doubt was way better than some of the stuff that he came out with.
So you're saying that Reasonable Doubt was better than Blueprint, Black Album, that era?
We can't get
Hard Not Life and all that.
Get in this conversation.
Wow.
I think Reasonable Doubt is a strong contender. I think it
was good, but I think if
you're talking about,
you're gonna say the first three: Reasonable Doubt, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
I wouldn't say that because Volume 1 was kind of okay.
That's what I'm saying. So
Volume 2 was good. I would say Reasonable Doubt, and you probably look at me stupid, but Reasonable Doubt is better than Blueprint to me.
I mean, okay, but what was the strongest album? Did he get better or worse?
He got better in the beginning.
His middle three.
His middle three was when he was the strongest.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody who got better,
Eminem.
But the problem is, you don't in the industry, you don't have time to get better.
Yeah.
You got to be good when you come out. They ain't gonna give you more albums if you ain't good.
Well, I'm just saying. No. Wayne did that. Wayne got better in the middle of his career.
He did.
So you count like what?
We're talking about. We gotta talk. 500 Degrees.
500 Degrees.
The one before that, The Block Is Hot. We gotta talk all that. Because then he got the Carter, and that's when everybody was like, okay, something's going on with Lil Wayne. The Carter is where the Carter is, and then it just took off from there.
What about Eminem?
That's all early. For me.
Yeah, I mean that's how I feel too.
You don't like Eminem ever.
No. You have to understand,
is,
when I was working in secular radio, it was when these artists had their first couple of albums out. So now that they're in the latter end.
What about T.I.?
First, I think Paper Trail was really good, but I think his first stuff, like I'm Serious, and I mean that's just when you got to know who T.I. was. This later stuff, I'm just like,
I think trap music. What was other trap music? King? Or no, Urban Legend. Trap music, Urban Legend. I think that was like.
That's what I'm saying. His three, those first three.
I would say 4.
Paper Trail was really a good album because he had so many features of good artists. I really think he just.
I don't know anybody who they last three are better than their first three. Not really. I mean, I guess Wayne.
Yeah.
But
isn't that supposed to be the goal?
It's the goal, yeah.
It's
because
usually you just compared it to Christian hip hop.
What we notice is it's a bell curve. Mm-hmm. Some people, it's like you start hot, you get a little dip, and then you go back up again, and then you die.
That's not always true with Christian hip hop, though.
Nah,
because you would say the True first album was crazy.
Moment of Truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had moments on there that I thought separated him.
Yeah.
But I think the stuff he's doing now is he's
better
growing.
than.
Yeah, the entire song sounds better. I would say. I mean, he had verses that showed me the Truth got bars.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like the songs were like killing the radio. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have killed the radio. But I think his sound is sounding better now. So I don't know. It's totally different. It's a different market. To me, Christian music is a totally different market. There's no rules. You know what
I mean? This could be me, but I feel like they don't have to run out of content, because they can keep up with the world. They can talk about what the world talks about and just go against it. But I think the world has to continue to talk about rims and women and guns and drugs.
You think it's easier to rap as a Christian artist than a...
I think it would be easier to keep up with content, yeah. Think about it. What else are they gonna go if they don't talk about women? They don't talk about money. They don't talk about drugs.
They can get positive.
But that would be good. But see that happening.
All right. Well, I disagree with that. I think it's a lot harder to be a Christian artist,
especially how longevity in it.
I think when you look at the different parameters of what it would take to be accepted, like as far as a Christian artist, that would be a lot harder. But I feel like the secular artists, I don't know. I just feel like they have a better chance.
All right, man. Let's get back into it. You in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Garvey, get 'em.
go again in circles. I think I heard it all. We've been here before, but we need something more. Something more. Something more. What you said, I can't hear, cause you ain't talking about nothing. 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 What you talking about? Ain't talking about the same old thing. I'ma have to call a foul in the game. What you talking about? A little money, now you all OG. Talking about it's all eyes on me. Ain't talking about nothing. Let me guess you count money to the ceiling. Difference between us like at least a couple million. It's foreign cars, pretty girls everywhere you go. Yeah, I heard it 30 times on the radio. Louboutin ain't gon' pay you for that bragging. And Donatella probably never heard your album. Yeah, they probably about to label me a hater, but I know these people greater than the songs they created. It's little homies in the hood regurgitate. And everybody watching thinking that you made it. The truth is, for a few designer labels and a little bit of paper, like you 12 years slated. Hey, but you ain't Lapita, so why you beat up and pushing people to lean on a double cup in a seizure? It sound like you put your feet up. Still a slave and money can't buy your freedom, partner. Here we go again in circles. I think I heard it all. We've been here before, but we need something more. Something more. Something more. What you said, I can't hear, cause you ain't talking about nothing. 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 What you talking about? Ain't you talking about the same old thing? I'ma have to call a foul in the game. What you talking about? A little money, now you all OG. Talking about it's all eyes on me. And tell me why the song's on in my car. Why the song on in my gym. What they saying? Now the song stuck in my head. I can't say no more. I still don't know what y'all saying. Let me do this. I'ma be a straight shooter. Hey, we was made in his image while we so Judas. Talking bread like we at the Last Supper. Throwing money at these women, make it rain in the summer. I ain't advertising brands on the radio. They expensive and I know they ain't gon' pay me for it. Telling kids to go in debt for the bet that they probably never get. But I talk about it every song. And every song talking about they selling work on every corner. Don't talk about the laws taking kids away from mamas. Don't talk about your homie in the trauma cause he shot him. Or what about your young boy messing up the product? They don't talk about the bond money that they ain't had. And everybody snitch on everybody in the jam. They don't talk about the pain, they don't talk about the struggle. How they turned to the Lord when they ran into trouble. I'ma talk about it. I don't care if the world try to swallow me. I turn my back to them, tell them all follow me. I know you gon' label me a hater, but inside you are greater than the songs you create, right? Here we go again in circles. I think I heard it all. We've been here before, but we need something more. Something more. Something more. What you said, I can't hear, cause you ain't talking about nothing. 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 What you talking about? Ain't be talking about the same old thing. I'ma have to call a foul in the game. What you talking about? A little money, now you all OG. Talking about it's all eyes on me. Ain't talking about nothing.
I see it, and I think we were made for more than just, the simple things that we aspire toward. We're made for more than just telling stories of, how much money we can get from selling poison to people. It's time to talk about who we are and who we can be, man. We need to build each other up, not pull each other down. I feel like we're not talking about nothing right now.
Hey, Sean, the Bible says that Jesus sent out 12 disciples, 2 by 2. 2 by 2? Yo, son, tell them what we do. Man, it's the mission field with the Track Stars, Ryan Rice and Sean Tanner. Get into it.